It is sad news, I'm afraid. These are the pictures that Valencia are waking up to. Storm Dan has hit torrential rain and also a tornado. The devastation is horrendous. It's not just Valencia, it's all over southern Spain, pretty much. This clip is from our old hometown of Álora in Andalucía, just above Malaga. Can't tell you how many times I've driven over this bridge that the guy's filming from.
La puerta de la bodega se ha abierto de la presión del agua y está entrando toda el agua en la bodega. Madre mía.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. Not just the loss of life, but the destruction of property, and people have lost their homes and obviously clearly their vehicles, but their livelihoods. This is going to take a lot of recovering from. Our thoughts go out to them, they really do. Unfortunately, it's not the first time it's happened, and undoubtedly it won't be the last. It's absolutely devastating news. The current death toll is 51, and that's likely to rise. I'll try and explain a little bit about how these floods can happen. We've got here Natalie's house from satellite. This is where she used to live in Spain. There's a terrace at the front and a swimming pool here, and it overlooked what was normally a dry riverbed. And most of the time there was no water in that riverbed, and it may be like that for a couple of years. Then the rains come, and if you can notice from these fields, and this is common all over Spain, they're ploughed. There's no vegetation on here other than olive trees. So when it does rain, the ground's so baked dry, it doesn't soak in, and there's no grass or weeds or anything to hold the water back. Now, the kind of rainfall that they've just had in Spain is 200 to 250 litres of rain per square metre. To give you an idea what that's like, a 45-gallon drum, I'm sure we're all familiar with 45-gallon drums, they're 205 litres. So imagine one full 45-gallon drum of rainwater being dumped in every single square metre on these hillsides. And this kind of torrential rain can fall for hours, and it can cover sometimes it's quite localized. Sometimes it might be only in a 10-15 square mile radius, but sometimes it can cover hundreds of square miles. And you see how all these hills, each square meter has got 250 litres of rainwater splashed onto it in an hour, sometimes 2 hours, but really quite quickly. And there's nothing to stop it running down into the rivers, and it makes its way down into the Guadalhorce Valley and hits Álora. Then you can see from Álora you can see the green area, a lot of orange and lemon trees down this part here, and the Guadalhorce Valley, which goes out towards Malaga. And all of these hills, hundreds and hundreds of square miles of dry barren hills, all that water going straight down into the dry rivers. And I've seen that river below Natalie's house go from dry to 3 feet deep in minutes. That's no exaggeration. In minutes, it'll flood and the water comes down, and you may be caught in a flood and it's not raining where you are. I mean, it may not necessarily have rained in Álora, but if it had rained further up the river valley, then that water's coming down and there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's another phenomenon you get in southern Spain, are the hailstones. Now my old truck's bonnet looked like it was pebble dashed because of the hail, but I've not seen one as big as that. So this was a bad hailstorm.